Hi, I'm Casey, and welcome into the Polarity Studio. Today I'm going to be taking you through a pole warm-up and conditioning routine. You don't need a pole, all you need is a mat and 2 blocks. We're going to be warming up all the major joints, igniting all the major muscle groups, and giving our skin that nice warm feeling that does make it easier to stick to the pole. Even if you don't have a pole at home, this conditioning routine is great to stay fit between studio sessions. When you're all ready, I'll see you on your mat. We're going to begin in a wide standing position. Starting with our joints, we're going to turn our head side to side, keep the chin upright, look left shoulder and right shoulder. Make sure not to strain too much, just moving through our range of motion with ease. Not forcing it. Things will open up naturally as we breathe and move. Go ahead and start to look up and down. Now taking big circles through the neck, go ahead and roll to the right. And roll to the left. And we'll start to bring movement into our shoulders. Roll those shoulders back and find a little bounce in the knees. Start to pull with the elbows, flexing the biceps a little bit, and switch directions. Good, come to your upright position, hands onto your ribs. Let's start to circle through the chest. And we go the other way. Making sure to engage the core. Pull that navel in so you feel like you're actively moving your chest around, not kind of just throwing your weight around. Go ahead and come back to standing. Bring your hands onto your hips. Find some nice little hip circles. Get nice and loose, again, using your core here, especially as your hips come forward. Switch directions. If you have trouble isolating your hips, you can use your hands as guides on the sides of your hip bones. And we're gonna bring our focus into our right leg. Go ahead and lift the right heel and start to move the right knee in a circle, keeping your hips loose. Switch directions. Moving through the ankle joint, the right side of the hip, and set the right heel down. Go ahead and lift the left heel, same thing. Again, if you need that extra guidance, you can bring your left hand onto your thigh. Switch directions. Good, and stand all the way up. Inhale, pull your shoulders back, open across the chest. Exhale, reach forward, flat back and fold. Turn the toes in, heels out, and let the head drop. Hold opposite shoulder, sway side to side. Let the weight of your head really pull you down. Good, and next time you sway to your right, walk your hands over to the right side. Step the right foot back and come into a downward facing dog. Good, slight bend in the knees, the heels come out slightly, and press through the shoulders. Lift your tailbone. Heels are heavy, toes are lifting slightly. Good, and we're just gonna rock forward to plank, straight arms, and rock back into downward facing dog. Plank, down dog, and let the movement really generate from the shoulder joints and from pressing through the toes. Last time. Hold that downward facing dog. You're gonna take a breath in. As you exhale, tap your knees to the ground. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, tap the knees down. Inhale, lift back up. 3 more times. Keep spreading the fingers. Make sure you're gripping actively through the hands. Good, set the knees down. Flip the fingers to face the knees. We're gonna stretch out the wrists. A little bit of cat-cow here. If this is too hard on your wrists, you can keep the hands regular. You can turn the fingers in or just bend more into the elbows. The more you straighten, the deeper the stretch will be in the wrists. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, pull through the navel, round, tuck the chin. Last time. Good. Find a neutral spine. Flip the palms back down. Step back to plank. Pull the navel in. And downward facing dog. Good. Let's start to work into that right hip. We're going to lift the right leg into the air past the midline. So draw an internal circle. Reach the right leg up. Keep drawing the circle out to the side. And it passes through center again. We go internal with the circle. Reaches the highest point. And we draw it out. One more time. Really move into the full range of motion of that hip. Good. Switch directions. Draw it out and in. We go out, in, last time. Good. Let your right leg come out to the side. Flex the right foot. Lunge forward, lizard lunge. So your right foot is outside your right hand. Beautiful. From here, drop the left knee. Come to the top of the left foot. Inhale, we're going to arch the back, open the throat, open the chest. Exhale, round, press through the right foot. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale to open. Exhale, really crunch and round. Good. And come back into that neutral spine. Heel toe the right foot into the midline between both hands. Grab your blocks. Bring your blocks out to the side and lift your chest over your hips. Bring your blocks maybe to their highest position here. Good. We are going to pull the core in, round the tailbone forward between the thighs, bring our hands onto our blocks. So instead of opening up like this, you should be pulling those low ribs in, shooting your tailbone forward, stretching out this hip flexor in the left leg, the top of the left thigh. Hold here. Take a few deep breaths. Those blocks are just there to support you. If you don't need them, you don't have to use them. Good, and from this position, you're gonna pick up the back foot, flex, and hold. Same thing, pull those low ribs in. You should be squeezing the heck out of this back left glute. Pull the heel in a little bit more for 3, for 2, for 1, go ahead and let it go. Keep your blocks nearby. We're gonna come into half splits. Point your right toes, bring your hands onto your blocks, maybe on a slightly lower level, and I want you to arch your back as much as possible. Heart reaches forward. Nice. Take a few moments to just rock the right toes, the right hip side to side. And next thing we're gonna do is a little active flexibility drill for your front right hip flexor. You're gonna press into the blocks, lift the right foot up, and hold. For 3, for 2, for 1. Whew, set it down. I know that was hard. Go ahead and set your blocks aside. Come forward towards your right foot and sit on your right glute. You're gonna bring your right forearm down out to the side and float your left leg off the floor. From here, we're gonna do kicks up towards your left shoulder. You're going to lift and set it down. Lift, set it down. Really control the descent, squeezing with your inner thigh to bring it back down towards the ground. Try and keep your toes pointed, your legs straight. Good. Last time, hold. Don't grab the leg. Keep it up with your active flexibility. Squeeze with that outer glute. And without setting the foot down, you're gonna press yourself up to seated. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep floating the foot, and we're gonna tap and lift. Whew. For 5, keep the chest lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. So good. You're gonna come into your pigeon stretch now. Using the block under the right hip if you need to modify. Bring your right foot forward. Go ahead and lift your chest. Take a couple deep breaths. And if you'd like, you can come forward into your pigeon stretch. From here, bring your hands back underneath you, tuck your back toes, step back to a plank, and look forward, lower all the way down to the floor. Good. From here, we're gonna take an active back bend. Reach your arms behind you, spread your fingers, lift your toes off the floor, squeeze the buttocks, lift the chest. Good, and hold here. 3 rounds of shoulder flexion and extension. You're gonna extend back, roll your shoulders back, and reach forward, and drive your thumbs up over your head. And come back. 2 more times. Last time, you got this. Good, and bring your palms underneath you. Press back to child's pose. Come forward to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good. Take a couple breaths here, press through the shoulders, let the heels ground. Once you're ready, we'll do the same thing on the left side. So lifting the left foot, you're gonna go internal with that circle, draw the left leg in, lift it to its highest point, come out. We'll do that 2 more times. And switch directions. Remember to keep breathing. It's okay if you're shaking. And step the left foot forward, outside the left hand. Lizard lunge. Go ahead and set the back right knee down. Inhale, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale to arch, look up. Exhale, round. Last time. Good. Find that neutral spine. We're gonna heel toe our left foot in. Go ahead and grab your blocks. We find ourselves back in this supported lunge, back knee down. Bring your blocks to their highest position. You're gonna tuck your tailbone, pull your low ribs in, and really start to stretch that right hip flexor, top of the right thigh. Take some deep breaths. From here, you're gonna flex the right foot, pull the heel into the glute, squeeze that right glute. Keep drawing the low ribs in. And set the back right foot down, half splits. Point those left toes. You can bring your blocks onto a lower level here. You're just gonna bring your hips side to side. Tap your left foot side to side from big toe to pinky toe. Good, and pressing down, we're gonna hold our left leg up, active flexibility drill. Go ahead and lift. Try and keep the legs straight. Keep the toes pointed. Keep the shoulders drawing back. For 3, for 2, for 1, and go ahead and set it down. Nice. I want to stay facing you guys, so this time I'm going to come back, but you want to lie on your left hip, set your blocks aside, come onto your left forearm. We're going to stretch out our right leg. Point the right toes, and you're going to lift and set it down. Controlling the descent with your right inner thigh. Two more. And hold it up. Don't grab the foot. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with that outer right booty. Good. Keep the foot floating. Press yourself up to seated. Hands to your heart. We're going to pulse. 5, 4, whoop, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Good. Pigeon stretch on our left side. Again, if this stretch is challenging for you, you're just going to place a block under the left glute here. Make sure your left foot is flexed. Take a few breaths, trying to square off your hips. And if you'd like to, you can come down, taking your stretch a little deeper. Good, we're almost there. Go ahead and press yourself up into a seat. Find your straddle. Now, if you come into your straddle shape and immediately you round like this and you can't lift your chest, then you might want to sit on a block. It'll give you some more space. If that's not a problem for you and you can keep your heart up and straddle, go ahead and meet me here without the block. You're going to bring your hands into the center, spider web the hands, lift the chest, shoulders roll back, and lift your feet up, pulse them back, squeeze the booty. Keep the heart up. For 3, 2, 1, don't set them down, circle, circle. Legs stay straight, toes stay pointed. Switch directions. 3, 2, 1, set the feet down, good job. Go ahead and grab your blocks, last thing, and come onto your back. So we're gonna find this hollow body position here. There are a couple different levels. Level 1, hollow body, and then you're gonna draw your knees in, squeeze the block with your knees, reach back up, hollow body, and you're gonna repeat. Bend the knees, grab the block, extend back out, hollow body. Level 2, you're gonna place the block between your feet, keeping the legs straight. Come back down, hollow body, and reach back up. So find whatever level works best for you. We're gonna do a rep of 12. Here we go. Start with the block up overhead. Squeeze inner thighs, squeeze palms together. Go ahead and exhale, bring the legs up, squeeze the block, come back down. Exhale, bring the legs up. Inhale, come back down, that's 1 rep. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. Halfway there. You've got this. Trust me, I'm sweating. 7. 8. 9. 10. Almost there, stick with it. 11. Whew. Exhale, bring the block up. Hollow body, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Great job. Go ahead, come back up to your seats. All right. Thanks for participating in our pole warm-up. I wish you happy pulling. Have a great day.